Have you ever wondered how you can hit a powerful and consistent forehand like you see on TV? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you the thing that they're not telling you about, of how you can use spin to tame that power and make your forehand more consistent. So stay tuned. In this video, like I said, I'm going to show you how to use spin to tame that forehand. Now, there's a lot of elements that go into creating a powerful and consistent forehand. I'm not going to tell you like you can do one or two things, but there are a couple things that I really want to focus on in this video. Those are creating racketed speed and managing your racket face angle. Now, there are other things like balance and rotation that I've talked about in other videos that I'll leave a link below in the description. But in this video, I'm going to talk about racketed speed and racket face angle. Now, when you see the pros on TV and you're wondering how they're hitting these crazy forehands that keep going in at different angles and different heights and different spins, first of all, they have a lot of racketed speed, which all that means is how fast you can accelerate your racket. One deceiving thing that I think a lot of players don't understand is that when you hear somebody say racketed speed, I think a lot of times we think swing the racket as hard as you can. I think that's a mistake, because if you swing it as hard as you can't control the racket face angle, which means you can't control the racket. I think of when I tell somebody swing with more racketed speed, you have to swing at your speed limit. And everybody has different speed limits. Just like you see on TV that some pros are able to hit a 90-mile-an-hour forehand and another pro might just be able to hit a 70-mile-an-hour forehand, that's their speed limit. So first of all, you have to know how fast can you swing and still control the racket face. Once you know this, we start applying different racket face angles. And you're probably asking, what do I mean about racket face angles? Now, I've watched a bunch of slow-mos on forehands, and I know everybody's like, when you make contact, you need the racket face to be square. But I don't necessarily think that's exactly true. And if you watch a slow-mo of Roger Federer, you see a slight angle. And I don't mean to say that there's going to be some crazy angle, but I think mentally, as a concept that you're watching for, you're thinking of how much you can close your racket, and you're going to notice a dramatic difference in how deep and how much spin you can put on the ball. And I'm going to demo that in a second. The key to managing your racket face angle, like I say, managing it, is that you're going to use different racket face angles for different types of ball, is how open or closed the racket face is going to be at contact. Now, yes, you may slow it down and find out that the racket face isn't as open or as closed as you thought, but by thinking this way, I guarantee you it's going to change the effect that you have on the ball. Now, one key then when we talk about racket face angle and swing is that we want to make sure we get under the ball. That's really important, and that we're not hitting the ball square. If we're hitting the ball square, what's going to happen is it's going to take the ball down. We don't want that. We want to get under. Now, as we're getting under, that's when we're going to start managing our racket face angle and the amount of racket speed that we put on the ball. And I'm going to demo that in 1 second. One other thing I want to mention before we go into the demo is that managing your racket face angles allows you to swing faster. Okay? I know I heard a lot of comments of, I get nervous and I stop swinging. Well, if you learn to manage your racket face angle and how much you hit through the ball, you're going to be able to swing fast even if you're nervous and keep the ball in. And I'm going to demo this right now. So now I'm about to demo what I mean about managing your racket face angle. I think this is a very important concept that can really help you make more balls and learn to get more action on the ball. That's what you see the pros doing, getting more action on the ball. So if you're hitting the tennis ball and your ball's going through the air and it's not really spinning that much, you don't have enough action to hit the forehand like you see the pros on the TV do. So what do I mean by managing the racket face? What I mean by managing the racket face is when we're taking the racket back, keeping the racket closed as long as possible and getting under it. If we can get under it with the racket face closed, then we're going to create more action coming up. So here's a demo of what I see a lot of people doing, or what you may be doing, which is we're going through the ball, we're hitting it, looks good, my ball has a little bit of action. What I want to start learning how to do is think of getting the racket edge to come up through the ball to create more action. Now, when I do this and I'm trying to create a lot of racketed speed, you're going to feel the sensation of really, what I like to say is like the cheese grating sensation. And it's like if the ball was a piece of cheese and you're going to be grating it against the strings. Okay? To do this, we want to take the racket back like normal, get under, and we're going to continue to grate the ball all the way through. So you're going to see me now create a lot more action. And you can see the ball has a lot more action. Now, what this also allows me to do is by changing how much I grade the ball and the racket face coming up through the ball, I can actually hit the ball heavier, which you hear a lot of, the heavy ball, and hit it shorter, or I can swing harder and get it deeper. I have a bunch of different options that I can use that I want you to go through and tinker with and figure out what works best for you. So by doing this now, I can take the same ball and really accelerate hard and get the ball to come down in the court. Now you notice how much I'm accelerating, and I can still keep the ball in the court. Now, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and make sure you check out my new site at totaltennisdomination.com.